Welcome to Mika Amcha Yisrael. Have you ever sat in a shiur and thought to yourself, this is exactly what my brother needs to hear, or my neighbor, or perhaps this is perfect for my brother-in-law or that friend. This person is the one that really needs the musar. And all the while, the words, they hover above you. They never enter into your heart. This week, our Parashat proclaims, Reah anochi noten lefnechem hayom beracha ukilala. See, I place before you today a blessing and the other way. But notice something remarkable. Moshe Rabbeinu speaks to the entire nation. He says Re'eh in the singular. Should it not have been Re'u in the plural? The Ibn Ezra teaches Moshe chose singular because Torah is never a broadcast to a faceless crowd. It's always aimed inward, straight into the heart of the individual. It's meant for you. Reb Zelik Pliskin once spoke of a spiritual malady. He called it Yenemites. In Yiddish, Yenem means the other person. It's the sickness of the eyes that look outward while the soul remains untouched. The one who nods solemnly thinking, yeah, this is perfect for so-and-so, while his own part is kept silent. The Torah says, hey, see it, feel it, own it. It's not for the other person. It's really meant for you. And sometimes HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends us a story in flesh and blood to show us literally what it means when something is not meant for the crowd, but for the one neshama alone. Recently at a Levaya in Yerushalayim, something unusual caught every eye. Among the mourners was a Ger Hasid. He wasn't family, he wasn't a neighbor yet. As the Aron passed, his shoulders shook with sobs. He followed it all the way to the Beit HaHayim, tears streaming down his face, and whispers spread, who is this guy? What's his connection? What does he have to do with the Nifteret? During Shiva, the mystery was revealed. The Hasid returned to be Menachem Avel, and he told the story. After the war, I was just a child, alone without any parents. They placed me in the Sanhedria Beit HaTomim, the place where they kept orphans, and she was the Im Habayit. One day, there was an outbreak of lice, and she sat me down and combed my hair strand by strand, slowly, tenderly, as though time itself had stopped, passing at every knot so it wouldn't hurt. I was 8 years old, and I thought to myself, only a mother could show such tenderness. I asked her, how could I ever repay you? She answered softly, one day after 120, say Kaddish for me. Life moved on, things went forward. I grew up, and I left the orphanage. I never saw her again. But weeks ago, she came to me in a dream. She sat in a chair, her eyes the same as then, and she said, the time has come. Keep your promise. And I awoke trembling. That very morning, I went to pray Shaharit by Zichron Moshe, and on the wall was a notice: the Im Habanim of Sanhedria had returned her neshama at the identical hour she had come to me in a dream. So I came to the Levaya, I cried, I walked with her Aron. Decades later, I came to honor the word I had made. Ladies and gentlemen, in a world that often feels like a blur of faces, one child discovered a tenderness that belonged only to him. And 40 years later, that touch still called him by name. This is Re'eh. The Torah does not scatter words to the wind. It speaks as a flame. It speaks as a single wick, as a whisper that knows your neshama. Because in the gaze of Borei Olam, there is no crowd. There's no blur. There's no faceless mass. There's only you. Singular, eternal, cherished, and loved. And when a Yehudi allows himself to hear it that way, not as thunder rolling across the heavens, but as a voice woven into his very being, then even the smallest act that we do, even the gentlest touch, becomes eternal. And eternity itself leans close to say that Torah HaKadosha was always meant just for you. Mika Amcha Yisrael. Shabbat Shalom and Mivorah.